What's up, everybody? This is hindsight, and today I'm going to be playing some Risk of Rain. It's a roguelike game for the PC. Um, right now I'm using a 360 controller, actually, and I feel it's a little easier to maneuver that way, but it's extremely challenging but extremely fun. It's kind of, right now, my favorite roguelike game. There's also Rogue Legacy and Spelunky that I've played. So right now I would say Spelunky, I try to record gameplay for that actually 19 times. Every time I ended up swearing, in my opinion, not worth getting, but that's just my opinion. It's because if you're into games that are ridiculously challenging, you'd be into Spelunky. But the fact that there's no way to save anything you get in the game, for instance, if you happen to get a shotgun in that game, you have to carry it throughout all the levels. It's not like something that you would switch out for your primary weapon, which you only have one in that game. Also, there's so many chances to just be insta-killed. It's a little frustrating. So to be able to get good at Spelunky, you need to be really patient, I would say. And patient isn't one of the things I am. But then you have Rogue Legacy, which I've actually showed video footage of that, the demo version of it at least. And that is a really fun platformer right there, but at the same time, there's very limited customization, I want to say. There's only like 2 weapons you have technically for any one character, so that would be like your melee attack and your magic attack. But so moving on to this, however, you get 4 attacks plus many item pickups and a progressive level of difficulty. Like on the right you see the bar filling up and it says difficulty very easy. After about, I want to say 5 minutes, it moves up to easy and so on. And it's not necessarily all that easy, but at the same time you actually get to progress in the game as you're doing this. So whereas Spelunky, you die, you lose everything. The only things you can really get in the game are new characters that are more of an aesthetic thing than anything. In this game, as you progress, if you get certain challenges completed, you unlock more characters, and they actually have different attacks. This is the basic character in the game, the Commando, and he's actually fairly good. He's pretty mid-range. I only have one other character unlocked at this time, the Enforcer, but some of the challenges are not nearly as bad as you'd think they would be, because originally I saw challenges to get the Enforcer said you had to beat these 3 bosses, and it wasn't all in one gameplay that you had to do it though, so that really helped. Yeah. What I was doing there in this is 5 alive, where it'll spawn 5 little enemies that if you kill them, you get an item pickup. That's one of the main things in this game is item pickups. So as you progress, you'll see on the left side of my screen, there we go. On the left side, there's 2 items there, a vial and a heart, and those are actually separate items. The Guardian Heart, which actually gives you a shield, as seen by my health bar on the bottom, as well as the vial, which I can't remember what it was called, but it allows you to regenerate health at a faster rate. In this game also, items will stack, so they'll double in effect, typically. So it's very helpful. Also, as you see, the item I got there, the key, is different sort of pickup. It's not a permanent background effect, but rather it's an item that you would use whenever whenever you get a chance. This one actually, let's see if I can get on that vine. Nope. Alright. Well, that sucks. But this item allows me to unlock any chests I see in my area for free, which really helpful. Alright, I'm gonna fight this boss here quickly. And by quickly, I mean as quick as I can. The main thing with boss fights is that it'll spawn a lot of enemies very quickly, especially at higher difficulties in different maps. On the first one, not quite as much, not quite as bad. The second map is either between, I want to say, cave or jungle. Either way, it's rather difficult. I'm gonna die here. And see, in this game, death doesn't seem as much of a issue with the game as it is an issue with, you know, something that you could have done. Whereas in games like, wow, frame rate drop. Whereas with games like Spelunky, it seems more of a roll of the dice, whether or not you live in the game, because they're one-hit kills. So that's one of the things I prefer over in this game. But yeah, boss fights tend to be fairly challenging, especially at higher levels. But the best thing to do is, my strategy at least, is if you can, find the boss as soon as you can and then start the boss fight. That way there's no chance for higher difficulty, more enemies, that sort of thing. So my plan is essentially just to rush through the game, which obviously not always effective, but you know, these right here, which will increase in price, are, I believe they're altars, I don't know, but you once you pay a certain amount, there's a chance for it to drop money, health, experience, an item, which I got there, or nothing at all. Which there's actually an item you can get eventually if you do a certain challenge called Snake Eyes, where you actually, or I don't know what it's called, but it looks like a dice with one on the side. Anyways, it actually allows you to get bonuses even if you don't get anything from the altar. So, wow, my jumping abilities off the charts today. And another key thing in this game is, if you can, fight enemies from a distance. Makes it a lot easier, because if you're really close to an enemy, like during boss fights, it gets a lot more challenging, a lot faster. Alright, and then see Ukulele, and his music was electric. Not a lot of times are things defined in this game, so that one is an added electric attack to regular attacks. So when you shoot, sometimes you will have an electric chain attack added to... Wow. The wording here is just really bad. But, yeah, whatever. Hey, there's the teleporter. Alright. You have to survive a total of 90 seconds, as well as beat every enemy on the map. So, after you beat the boss, enemies stop spawning. So, if you can beat the boss fast enough, it makes your job a lot easier. And since I did this before it got to easy, right now it's on very easy. See, that's the chain electric attack. But because I did this on very easy, it's going to be a lot easier for me to beat the boss and progress to the next level. There's no difficulty setting in this game. It's just how long you want to stay in the level determines how difficult the level gets. And things will carry over between levels. So, only thing that doesn't is money you earn. So, say you got an item you really like and everything. You have a bot following you around, and you got a couple perks that you enjoy. Those will carry over. The only thing that doesn't... Alright, there we go. The only things that don't carry over is money. So, whenever you go to the next level, the money will actually... money will actually turn into experience and will be added to your experience bar on the bottom. When you gain experience, you actually end up getting more health, that sort of thing. So, it's very, very useful. And usually whenever I finish, I like to try and do things like this, so I can actually get more items out of it. Alright, maybe. There we go. I know the difficulty is still going up, but I figure... Ah, shit. Well, this isn't gonna end well. No. No. Oh, God. Well, that sucked. But, yeah. But yeah, I like to go through levels after I've finished the boss fight and killed all the enemies. Now I can try and get as many items as I can. Because I'm not a big fan of just going for the experience. Go. Alright. Because if you can get more items, it'll help you out more in the long run than experience will. So, that's what I'm doing here. Fall damage, also a thing in this game, but right now I have slow regen, which is helpful, but also the red ring over there that I have on the items bar actually allows me to heal every time I hurt an enemy. And there's another one that's like a cube of meat that if you, as you're shooting enemies, they'll drop meat that will heal you if you pick it up. So if you can get a lot of these healing items stacked, you're pretty much set. Right. And I'm just going to finish it out by maybe finding one more box somewhere. Or another shrine. Or altar, whatever you call them. I don't know. Experience. Alright. There we go. Another useful item in this game actually is a piggy bank, which the effect it has is actually over time you'll slowly gain gold, so that'll help you a lot if you get that early on in the game, or at least at the early stages of a level. Alright. See, the 8 coins I had actually turned into experience. Alright. And the second level is typically where this game gets much more challenging. So, we'll see how this goes. I'm probably just going to stop talking so you can just watch the gameplay and listen to it. Alright. So, I guess, otherwise, this is Here's Hyphen signing out. Bye.